What's up, metalheads and rockers? As you know, I'm Al Ditton. I'm your host from Underground Noise Webzine. This is Webisode number 112. If you're not keeping your horns up for metal or rock, you're doing it completely wrong. And what I would suggest, listen to the band called Solitary Priapism. I'm interviewing Colt Cramer, their drummer and vocalist from that band. Welcome, Colt.
What's up? Glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm happy to have you on my show. How you doing, dude?
Great. Enjoying the weather out here in Cali.
Before I ask you a question, I'm trying to read your T-shirt, and to me, it looks like it says Pomegranate Blast.
That's Purification by Fire. That's my homeboys, Josh.
Oh, yeah, Purification by Fire.
Yeah, and then I'm wearing a Trial by Combat, another one of my homeboys down there. I'm actually jamming with the guitar player, one of them right now, Jesse. We're trying to start a little something, but I have a lot of projects going on, and so does he. So the getting together is hard right now. So I'm working toward a new business. So it's kind of hit and miss on where we can actually jam, and where we've actually got 3 songs down right now, but it's been 4 weeks since we've been able to jam.
Well, the first question I would like to ask you, Cole, is who came up with a band name called Solitary Priapism? As you can see, I'm wearing one of your shirts.
Yeah, absolutely. It's actually the guitar player and other vocalist, Nathan Phibbs. We were just on the back porch one day, just kind of drinking, smoking a little bit, and decided, well, we had Priapism jokes before, and I was just like, well, what about Solitary Priapism? And it just stuck. It just, the lone boner, it fit for our group. It fit for the band. It fit for what we were trying to do. Our music was comical, but yet it had different points of views. People could take it different ways. So the band name of Solitary Priapism really came as kind of a joke, but it stuck. And here we are today. We're not actually writing as Solitary Priapism anymore. We have gone different ways since, but the guys in the band still have things going on. Damn, I can't. I'm a little stoned right now. Sorry. We're out here in California, so shit. I like to name drop their band right now, but I can't even think of it right now.
Yeah, I remember you were telling me about the one that you're working with, like Obnoxious something or another.
Yeah, Noxious Degradation. That was with Damien Hogue and Mars Raji. We have actually, there was difficulties in that band as well. The writing process was a bit difficult. So we performed a few shows. We got an album done, and that was kind of it for the band, really. That was just kind of one and done. But yeah, I hope I haven't even talked to Mars in probably a year. I hope he's doing well. And Damien, I've talked to Damien a little bit, and he's doing good. So that was it for those 2 projects. Kind of, Solitary Priapism, what we were around for almost 10 years, and we made 2 albums. So it was fun with those guys. Absolutely toured the whole entire West Coast with those guys.
You still keep in contact with Sean Ward?
Oh yeah. He's a busy dude. He's a lineman, so he works on electrical lines, telephone lines, things like that. So he's got a dangerous job. Works 10-12 hour days, so it's kind of hard to get a hold of him every once in a while. But he's an awesome dude. Amazing musician. So I don't think he's actually in the new project with Nathan and Dave. But I still keep in contact with him a little bit. I saw him a couple months ago at a birthday party, so Rock on, Sean.
All right. Shout out to Sean Ward. In fact, I'd like to give an
Hell
order.
yeah. That's my buddy. That's my cuddlefish right there. That's my cuddlefish.
Hey, everybody needs one of those, I guess.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'd like to give another shout out to Mr. Lee Harrison from Monstrosity and Terrorizer. Today makes my 14th year of friendship with Lee. You're awesome, Mr. Harrison. Keep up the excellent drumming.
Fuck yeah, Lee.
Yeah, Lee's one of a kind, man. One of the best people
Yeah.
on the planet.
Hey, I honestly, I think musicians in this genre, regardless of what our skill is, we're all one of a kind. I mean, some of us got a little bit more than others, and I'm self-taught myself, so I run into ruts constantly. But hey, dude, like we're all. I've got a unique style myself, and Lee is an awesome fucking dude. So kudos to him and everything he does. He is a unique fellow. So fucking hey, rock on, Lee.
That's right. That's right. Fucking A, man. That's one of my favorite phrases from Vinny DiBianca from Vicious Circle. Shout out to Vinny. Thanks a lot, Vinny. Damn it.
Fuck yeah.
So tell me, Colt, what do you have planned for the future? Like, do you guys plan to make any more music out there?
Oh, I will. Nathan and Dave Co. Are currently writing, and they just finished up an album with their band. So they're doing their stuff. I'm uh with my new business. I'm working toward a nursery propagation license for legal cannabis here in California. So that's taking a lot of my time right now. Um, but I still practice pretty much every day. I was fortunate to get handed down an Alesis Pro or Alesis Strike Pro. The thing is fucking awesome. Um, I do beat the shit out of it though, so it kind of needs some upgrades. But I still have my acoustic kit. It's in my studio at my parents' house, so I still go out there and jam. Um, Not out to the studio every once in a while because it's kind of got a lot of shit in it, but um, I practice on that E kit all the time, all the time. The wife goes to sleep. I'm up till midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, sometimes jamming. So I'm definitely practicing as far as projects go in the future. Like I said, I'm trying to get work with Jesse from Trial by Combat, and it's hit and miss though because we're both busy. He's got his own business, I got my business, so I go to his house once, on a weekend, and then he'll come to my house on the other weekend. So we try. But things will be coming out hopefully in the future. But it'll be a little bit of time, like I said, because I'm working on this cannabis project. So um, it's a lot of work by yourself.
My next question for you, Cole, is what's the fastest BPM you can do?
Oh fuck, dude, I haven't even actually measured. I think on my metronome, I do, comfortably 180, 200, 220. I start to flutter a little bit. So um, I guess that's a little bit of a rough guesstimate. Around 180, 200 is kind of my max. I am practicing heel toe and kind of like a swivel double stroke technique to get my feet a little bit faster. So I've been practicing that. As far as power double kick, 200 is my max. As far as blast beats, fuck, I could probably do 220, 240. Gravity blasts, I mean, fuck, all day. I could probably go even more insane on gravity blasts.
What would you say is your favorite drum technique?
Ooh, right now I'm loving because I'm practicing a lot of double strokes right now, especially with my feet. Um, and I'm using a lot more fingers in my hands. So I guess that would be my two favorite techniques. to keep fatigue down. Because in metal you gotta fucking work at it. So we play blazing fast in some of these genres of sub metal. So it gets insane sometimes. I've stabbed myself probably 3 times with my drumstick. I've had multiple corneal abrasions. I've bled on stage. I've passed out on stage. Dude, it's a lot of work. And the boys in solitary will definitely you know will say the same.
Back to that swivel technique, the first time I ever seen that happen was back in 2006, actually. February 2nd, to be exact date. It was George Colias from Nile. I seen him
Oh,
doing the swivel technique, and I was talking to my friend Carmine. I said, "Look what George is doing with his feet." He's like looking at it like that, and I'm just like, "Dude, how is that
it
possible?"
it looks pretty I mean, it's definitely unique. And if you can get that stroking down, it looks so cool on camera. Doing video shoots and things like that, because it's really hard to do actually. But when you get it down, that flow is where it's at. And it you're doing 2 strokes for the price of one. Same thing with a gravity blast. It's a double stroke. So why not? Why not? Uh, and yeah, it's been a while since I've seen some people actually use swivel technique live. A lot of the guys that I see now are using that heel toe. Um, so I'm doing try about whatever works for me.
Hey, look at it this way: as long as it sounds good, stick with it, man.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, I'm self-taught, so whatever's easier. I mean, it's not like I don't work for what I do. It's just fuck, if I can make it easy, why not? Why not? You know? But there's a
Absolutely.
lot of hard work that goes into making something easy. You got to have, muscle memory, you know? And like you said, playing out those BPMs, um, yeah, muscles start to burn.
Yep, and you got to hit the right part of the snare drum, or probably the tom, or whatever. So it's like playing guitar. You want to
Oh
make
yeah,
sure you
yeah.
have the right chords or hit the right note. And if you hit the wrong note, you're like, okay, let's just keep on playing until you actually get it.
That's right. That's right. And it's funny that you say that. I typically don't play my snare in the center. I always play, well, not always, but I typically play, especially on my gravity blasts and blast beats, I play towards the edge to get that ring, that ping, I tighten that fucker pretty tight. So I get a lot more response out of it. Um, but I typically play towards the edge when I play my snare.
Yeah, because when I jammed on the album called Terminal Existence by Solitary, I was blown away by it. I was like, wow, these guys sound like Mortician a little bit. They sound a little bit like Skinless. What bands influence you?
Oh, uh, um, I don't mean to correct you for a second. The album's called Terminal Exhibition.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No worries, no worries. Yeah, no, we 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 put some odd words in there to kind of make it flashy, I guess, or whatever. But we for that album, there was a lot of influences from fuck. I listened to Putrid Pile during that time. Dark Funeral. Uh, fuck. I've always been into Joey Jordison of Slipknot. He's one of the starting drummers that I you know learned this techniques from. And as well as Dark Funeral. Those guys are fucking insane. So I actually I saw them live in Vegas once, and holy fuck, that was a show. The first show they actually played in the United States. It was pretty awesome. But for me, those are my bands that I had main influences on. Um, we liked a lot of gore grind, porn gore, porn grind, shit like that. During that time, and I still do. I still love that stuff. That stuff's fucking brutal. But we tried to mix it up with death metal, grind, a little bit of punk, a little bit of gore, a little bit of everything. And the crowd really seemed to love it when we played some groovy notes. You know what I mean? Every time we played a show, there was a mosh pit. Always, always. People fucking loved it.
Yeah, that mosh pit's definitely important because if people aren't moving to your music, then I guess they're doing something wrong. But I don't know.
Yeah, no doubt. It almost feels odd if no one's moving around. It's like, come on, guys, you asleep? You
Yeah,
know. In certain venues, they frown upon it. Um, uh, but most of the venues that we have gone to, they always accepted a pit. It's the hardcore pit hurt people. No offense, guys out there, but you're picking up your change and karate in the pit. So a lot of people tend to stay away from that stuff. At least for the shows that I've gone to. And no offense to you guys, your deal's your deal, and I love that. I love hardcore. They have a fucking brutal, gent, all that shit. That's it's brutal. It really is. It's just that type of moshing's not my thing.
Speaking of hardcore music, there's bands like Prong and Cro-Mags and Crowbar.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've been getting into a band from Germany called We Butter the Bread with Butter. Those guys are
That's
pretty fucking cool.
a
Yeah.
huge band name.
Yeah. No, it is a huge band name, and that's something Nathan and I used to say when we were in solitary. Butter the bread. Butter the bread, or you hold your guitar. It's like holding a sandwich. Hold the sandwich. So that's where one of the song names actually came from. Hold the sandwich. Was just holding a guitar.
That's pretty
uh,
sweet.
yeah. No, see, like we had fun with our song names. And the lyrical style of the way we wrote. Nathan did most of the lyrics because he does a lot of writing and poetry and things like that. His mind is awesome for vocabulary and writing skill. He's a very good writer. So I left that mainly to him. And I just did really backing vocals, but we did kind of 50-50. Um, and I can't belt lows like Nathan can, especially when I'm drumming. So I kind of stuck to the highs and the throaty, kind of gory, mouthy shit. So I pitch shifted sometimes. The guys really didn't like it because we weren't like gore grind completely, because we liked a lot of death metal and we had the punk shit. And so, but we just kind of accented it a little bit. But yeah, so that was 50-50 mainly on the vocals for Nathan and I.
My next question for you, Cole, is I know you play drums. Do you play any other instruments?
Absolutely. Drums are my gig. I love the drums, but I actually first started playing bass and played that for a few years, and then played guitar for many years. And my late buddy, who passed away, he actually told me, "You fucking suck at guitar," because I had played rhythm guitar. It was just dun 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 dun, just simple rhythms. And he was a lead guitar player. He says, "Well, why don't you play the rhythm on drums?" And we went. His grandfather had a drum set in the garage, and that's it. I still play guitar. I still play bass. Um, I have a full semi recording studio at my house, so I write all my own music. Um, but drums are so near and dear to my heart because of my buddy that passed away, that pretty much told me is that, hey, you need to play drums, and that's why I do. It keeps his memory alive, keeps me in shape. You know what I mean? The cardio workout is definitely uh it's there. So I love drums, but as of instruments, that's the three I play.
That's really cool. I don't know if I ever told you, but I'm learning how to play the kalimba. It's a West African.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, it's better known as the thumb piano.
That is so awesome. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I admire um all the, any other instruments. I mean, fuck a guitar for fuck's sake. I mean, those things are badass too. You know, um if you can play any other instrument and have a rhythm to it and make it flow with other musicians, or even fuck by yourself and have it. I love world instruments, percussion, string instruments. Yeah, I just love music in general, no matter what it is. Fuck, I was listening to Ace of Base for fuck's sake the other day. Um, it's just fucking. I don't give a fuck, you know. So I love everything, and that's pretty much the truth.
That's really cool. That's really cool. You know, I used to talk shit about some bands every now and again, but nowadays I'm just like, well, I better just keep it to myself from now on.
Yeah, no, I had a very closed mind even when I was in solitary. And during COVID, I took a 4 year break from playing drums. And in that time, I started listening to stuff I started listening to like when I was in junior high and high school, like, the old Slipknot albums, fucking Godsmack, the old Metallica, Megadeth, all kinds of weird stuff that I used to listen to and not really into these days, because I'm into newer bands that have come out because I like the new school stuff. But at the same time, I was raised on 50s and 60s rock and roll with my dad going to school every morning. So I love, Chuck Berry, the Beatles. I mean, fuck it, who doesn't? That's just groovy shit. And then my mother is in the fucking 70s country. So like, John Denver and fucking who the fuck ever else in fucking 70s country. Holy shit. But I'm into all kinds of shit, I just throw on random. You throw on my iPod right now and in my car, and you'll have anything between, the full fucking spectrum. Everything. It could be pop, it could be country, it could be fucking metal, it could be gore grind, it could be oldies, it could be rap, it could be fuck. I don't give a fuck. It's if it's good, it's good.
What's your favorite thing about being a musician?
Uh, it's an outlet. Um, it gets you in a writing creative mode. It's an art. I think these days, music is dying a little bit because we don't have it in our school systems anymore, at least in ours. We got rid of it. We had an amazing marching band. We have one of the top football teams in the state, and we had an amazing marching band, but no funding for the school, for the music program. Um, music is in my head 24 hours a day. So if I can play it to get it out of my head, then, it's also worth it for me to do that. Um, yeah, music is everything to me. If music stops, I stop. That's it.
That's fair. You know, totally fair.
It's kind of
Every,
harsh, but it's just the way I tick.
totally, man, totally. You know, music's definitely important. Everybody has their own favorite, band, or maybe they have a few favorite bands that are out there. With me personally, it could be anything as well, from pop to jazz to blues to death metal to whatever.
Absolutely, absolutely. Um, I agree with that full heartedly. Absolutely.
It's good to have a variety because sometimes variety is the.
Yeah, no. It keeps the soul ticking, and you're not stagnant in one thing, because to be honest, where did all these new genres come from? They came from something. They influenced from something that wasn't this, or what they're into now. Now that there's a floodgate of so many new genres out there, there's a plethora of stuff that you could pick and choose from. But in the 90s, in the 2000s, there wasn't that much stuff. I mean, there was, but I mean, you really had to look for it. Really had to look for it. That's why underground was underground. Um, Without influences, you know, fuck, in the 50s, they said, oh, that's the devil's music. I mean, fuck, look at it now. It's just, I mean, it's old school stuff, you know, it's grandparent shit. You know, look at our stuff now, talking about fucking mass murders, fucking gutting people, fucking, I mean, the list goes on of kind of horror shit we talk about in the bands that we have these days. They had that in the 50s, they shit themselves. Fuck. So something stemmed from everything stemmed from something, you know. So like we tapped on earlier, the influences, you know, we all have, you know, influences, and you got to be influenced from something that wasn't necessarily in what you're into now, and you make it harder if that's what you're into. You know,
Absolutely.
that's what I believed in, you know, and that's you could see that through history, just how things came about and going from one thing and leading to another, you know. And definitely with the underground was underground because it was not popular. um Fuck, and that's what, and now it became popular. Now we're streaming live all the fucking time on brutal fucking shit. um I'm listening to a band right now called 367 Homicide, or 387 Homicide, I think is what they're called. They're from UK. Two guys from UK, a drummer and a guitar player, fucking dope. And I would have never heard of them had it not become almost mainstream now these days, you know? And they're a brutal fucking slam gore band, fucking awesome. Check those guys out.
Guys out for sure. I got a friend that lives in Colorado. Big shout out to my homie named Brendan Jackson. What's up, Brendan? Yeah, he's a one-man band known as Fetal Embalmment, and he's also helping me with Nightmare Crypt. So he's a band member of my band. It's just the two of us doing Nightmare
Nice.
Crypt. Yep.
Fuck yeah, Nightmare Crypt.
It's going to be amazing once we get this demo underway, because we're going to put on Bandcamp. I believe we're going to make 75 CDs. So just to let everybody know.
I get one.
Of course you will. Of course you will. I'll even sign it for you.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. I think I know I've got a couple of the original Solitary albums in a box fucking somewhere. I think I have maybe 10, and I think I might have some glasses and some shirts, but like we were talking before we started recording, I'm moving, so shit's in boxes everywhere. Once I find them, I'll send you some shit.
Awesome,
That's
dude.
for sure.
Yeah, I'll return the favor, definitely. And it's kind of
Thank
funny.
you.
I was going to get T-shirts made for my webzine, but the T-shirt company that I went through had screwed me over. They never made them.
And took your cash?
Yep, took the cash
Fuck,
and ran.
dude. No,
Yeah,
that's horrible.
but anybody that was waiting on getting an Underground Noise webzine T-shirt, I apologize wholeheartedly. I got fucked over.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's understandable, but fucking horrible.
Yeah, I can't remember the company name, but if I ever think about it, 2 thumbs down and no
Oh
horn.
yeah, yeah. Blast their fucking asses. Fuck
Yep,
that.
exactly. It sucks that there's people out there that you think you can trust them, but you really can't, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, what would you like to see?
Absolutely. You think you could go and trust them?
What would you like to say to your fans, Colt?
Keep metal alive. If you guys are musicians out there, fuck, keep playing. Keep listening to brutal shit. Keep being you. Keep being unique. You know, hit me up if you ever guys wanted to fucking talk about old brutal solitary priapism stuff. Um, like I said, I do have some old merch. You know, if a couple people hit me up, whatever, I'll send them some free shit. You know, just pay for posting. That's about it. You know, I don't mind that. Maybe you and I can get together and I could go through the webzine and have a list of a couple of things that I have, and we can, you know, send out some free.
Sounds awesome. Sounds really
I love
awesome.
all the fans, guys. I love you guys. You guys were back in the day. Loved you guys. And even now, we still get hit up now through the Solitary Priapism website, asking if we do shows, and nope. Sorry, we haven't posted since, I mean, it's been a while, 2015 or 2000, something like that, 2016. So it's been a minute. It's been a minute, definitely. I miss those guys. I miss our fans. I miss touring. I miss, doing shit. But like I said, fucking, I'm almost 40 now, so life kind of catches up with you. But thank you for all the fans out there. Keep it metal.
I'm going to be 45 next year, so you got a little bit of catching up to do.
Yeah, yeah. Being a metal musician, kind of fucking destroys your body.
It can.
So and if you party a lot, and like we were, I mean, fucking every night we were out there, had multiple drinks, fuck, I smoke an ounce of cannabis a day practically. So I do a fair share of partying myself. That's really all I do anymore these days. Cannabis, a little bit of alcohol, some microdosing of psilocybins, trying to keep my mental health really. Because I feel the decades that we've been jamming. My back hurts, my neck hurts, my shoulders hurt, so, but I try to keep fit, and we're hopefully in the future you'll be hearing some more music from me.
Sounds awesome. Well, my last question for you, Colt, is do you have any final words for Underground Noise Webzine?
Keep it brutal. Fucking love you guys. Fuck yeah. I love this interview. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, you're awesome. Love you, dude.
I love you too, brother. Thanks for giving me a portion of your time today. I really appreciate it.
Man, no problem. No problem.
It's been a blast.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We hopefully we'll talk sooner than later.
Sounds good. I don't know what kind of blast you want to call it. You could call it a gravity blast, or you could go back with a band called Anal Blast.
Oh, dude, yes. That was kind of another influence for Solitary back then. Anal Blast. Fuck, dude. How could you not like Anal Blast? Oh my God, those guys are fucking insane.
It's one of the strangest names I've ever heard in my life, because there's so many
well, yeah. And you
bands out
definitely
there.
want to listen to it because of that name. It's like, well, Anal Blast. Okay, well, fuck yeah, let's listen to it.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine listening to that while making love to your wife or something? You're like,
Hey, it would
what are you
definitely
playing?
make you work harder. I think the BPMs would be kept up.
You're going a million miles an hour, sit
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. Be like rabbits.
Be surfing, man, be surfing.
Fuck yeah.
Well, everybody that has watched this interview, I hope you guys subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I'm more than halfway there. So
Let's
stay
do it.
cool,
Let's do
everybody.
it. Let's show some love and let's give Alden some support.
Absolutely. And also support your local music scene, everybody.
Fuck yeah, everybody support your local scene, please. Or make it yourself. Fucking make it happen. That's what we were trying to do back in the day, trying to make stuff happen. If you don't make it happen, sometimes it won't happen. So don't be shy to fucking try to book some bands yourself. If you feel like doing it, fuck, find a venue, a local bar, say, hey, can we play some music? All they're gonna say is no or yes. So won't hurt to try.
Yeah, it never hurts to try. That's right.